I bought my lake cabin years ago as a getaway spot. It wasn't flashy, but it was mine. Nestled in the trees, overlooking the water, it was my escape from the chaos of work and city life. I kept it private, peaceful, and far away from any HOA nonsense. Unfortunately, HOA Karen lived 2 doors down. She and her son, let's call him Junior, had a reputation around the lake. She strutted around like she owned every dock, and Junior thought the world was his personal playground. Most people just ignored them, but ignoring only works until they come for you. It started when Junior knocked on my cabin door one Friday afternoon. He was about 20, cocky grin plastered across his face, reeking of cheap cologne. "Yo," he said without even introducing himself, "I need your cabin this weekend. I'm throwing a party." At laughed, thinking he was joking. "Yeah, not happening." He didn't laugh back. "You don't understand. My mom's on the HOA board. If I say I need this place, I get it. So pack up your stuff and be out by tonight." I blinked. "This cabin isn't part of any HOA. It's mine. Paid off. Deeded. You don't get to make demands here." His grin twisted into a sneer. "You'll regret saying no." And with that, he stormed off. I figured that was the end of it, but oh no. That night, cars started pulling into the neighborhood. Loud music echoed through the woods, and before I knew it, there were 20 drunk kids spilling onto my lawn, chanting about the party at the cabin. I came outside and shut it down fast. This is private property. Everyone out now. Most of them backed off, but Junior pushed to the front, red Solo cup in hand. "Chill, old man. This is my party. My mom said you'd cave." I was about to call the sheriff when headlights cut through the crowd. A black SUV rolled up, and out stepped the chief of police. Not just any chief. My friend of 20 years. We fished together, grilled together, and I'd helped him rebuild his dock last summer. "Evening," he said, eyeing the chaos. Heard there was a disturbance. Karen herself came strutting up behind him, her face pinched with fake authority. "Yes, chief. This man is trespassing in this cabin. My son reserved it for his party, but he's refusing to leave." The chief raised an eyebrow, turned to me, and smirked. "That true?" I grinned back. "Not quite. This is my deeded property. Junior and his buddies broke in and tried to throw an illegal party." The chief's smile vanished. He turned to Junior, who was swaying on his feet. "Son, is that alcohol in your cup?" "You're underage." Junior stammered. And ma'am," the chief said to Karen, his voice sharp now, "you just falsely accused your neighbor of trespassing on his own property. That's a crime." Karen's face went white. But the OA. "The HOA has no authority here," the chief cut her off. "This cabin isn't part of your subdivision. And even if it was, you don't get to see someone else's home because your kid wants to party." The officers who'd arrived with him started checking IDs. Half the kids were my age, and most of them scattered like roaches when the lights came on. A couple were written up for minors in possession. Junior got slapped with a citation and a warning that if he pulled a stunt like this again, it'd be criminal trespass. As for Karen, she started screaming about connections and power, but the chief shut her down cold. "Lady, the only thing you're connected to is a possible fine for filing a false police report. Go home. Now." She tried to argue, but when the chief of police, 6'4", built like a linebacker, stares you down, you shut up real quick. By the time the dust settled, my yard was empty except for a few abandoned red cups and a sheepish Karen dragging her son home by the arm. The chief clapped me on the back and said, "Guess I picked the right night to stop by, huh?" We shared a laugh, and I offered him a beer by the fire pit after the mess was cleared. That night the lake was quiet again, just the way I liked it. Funny thing? Word spread fast. Junior's big party became the neighborhood joke, and Karen hasn't dared to look me in the eye since. My cabin is still standing, still peaceful, and still 100% mine. And if Karen or Junior ever forget that again, let's just say the chief already told me, "Next time, call me first. I'll bring the whole squad."